Hey, Google Alpha. So a while ago, I've posted a survey in the group asking what are some of the most critical questions from the group. And in this video, I'm going to answer the most common question that I had about scaling. So on the opposite end of the spectrum from I don't know where to start, I'm afraid to get banned. Everyone wants to know, well, how do I scale on Google? Well, the good news is that, the scale on Google is infinite, and I've personally scaled to $20,000-$30,000 a day, and that's typically considered pretty big, but in the grand scheme of things, that's really nothing. I'm sure there are people who are able to scale to 10x that or more. I know some of those people, but definitely, yeah, scale is possible, and um, it's a no-brainer. Why? Because Google has billions of users across the world. It's the world's most used search engine, and Google AdSense banners are on something crazy like 97% of the internet. So YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world and the biggest video depository. So like across all of Google properties, and I've made an entire presentation on that before. There's more scale that you can handle. Trust me. There's no way you can fill all that inventory. So definitely, if you have an offer that works on Google, you can scale it up for sure. So another thing is, I saw comments like, "Oh, I don't want to get banned when I scale too fast." Like that Facebook bullshit mentality thankfully does not exist on Google. Like there's none of that 20% a day rule. It's just like, if your stuff works, you just set the budget you're comfortable with and hope Google can fill it. So in my experience, I've had budgets where I was having trouble filling them, but oftentimes I see campaigns that are limited by budget, which means Google wants to show your ads more and more. So if your offer works, definitely there's a quick scale as fast as you want. Now, another thing is, how do you actually scale on Google? So, obviously it's a topic for a separate in-depth session, but in general there's horizontal and vertical scaling. So you can scale by increasing your budgets and bids, as well as just throwing more audiences into the fire and more creatives. There's many creative formats. Each of them has its own kind of unique set of inventory. So the more creatives you throw into the mix, the more inventory you can try and capture, as well as if your offer is international. Like I said, Google is in number one in almost every country in the world except like Russia, China, and a few others. So if you can go international, you can really scale that way, and also you can scale across Google platforms. So let's say if you only are doing search, well, guess what? You can do other things. You can try YouTube, Shopping Network, Display Network, and whatnot. So to sum up, if you're worried about scaling on Google, do not. There's like infinite scale and more than you can handle. There are no stupid 20% rules. And if you want to hear a quick technical explanation of how you scale, so you can scale horizontally across geo, more audiences and more creatives, as well as vertically, so search, GDN, YouTube, shopping network. So the more squares you can fill, the more scale you're going to get. So I hope this helps, and I hope to see you in the in-depth training that I'm going to release soon, where we're going to go over all of these things in greater detail. Thanks. See you later.